calling in my angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. Archangel Michael, please protect me from any low vibrational energies, any entities, or any of that of a low vibration. Any demonic energy is now reversed, rebuked, and I rebuke the plans of the devil in the name of Jesus Christ. Okay, so we've got trickster spirit. Someone is working with a trickster spirit. They are on a mission to throw you off, okay? They are being watched. So as these people who are carrying that trickster spirit are watching you, they are actually being watched, okay? They're trying to get you on some sort of video tape, maybe a sex tape. They're trying to get you on video recording, having sex with somebody. These people, these karmics, they're carrying a lot of STDs. They are carrying a lot of STDs. They're doing confusion spells. And then we've got evil eye. They are doing evil eye. Okay? They are doing a lot of evil eye. And they are on a mission to throw you off and try and create some sort of detours, blockages on that life path. Bankruptcy. So they are literally going bankrupt. They are going bankrupt. They are going bankrupt. Maybe they don't want to go bankrupt. Maybe they could have stole some sort of money and they don't want to give that back because that will put them and their bank account at nil. Maybe their bank account could be getting frozen. Okay? Their bank account could be getting frozen. They are, again, illegal protection, getting some sort of illegal protection. We've got lovers in reverse and then wealthy man in reverse and child. So this could be an ex, yeah, who you have children with, who is working, occupation, maybe trying to steal some sort of work, some knowledge, some wisdom, some work, stolen some sort of work. Okay, we've got high honour in reverse and main male in reverse. So it's a masculine energy. Then we've got great fortune. A masculine energy who's stolen some sort of work, trying to take that great fortune for themselves, and they don't want to go bankrupt. They've got illegal protection, but they're high honour in reverse. Child. Lovers and child. So you could have a child or children with this masculine. Okay, so obviously maybe a gift in reverse and theft. Okay, so they've took a gift of that great fortune, some sort of work, occupation. So you have worked hard in order to gain some sort of wealth, and this children's father, who is high on it in reverse, wants this wealth for themselves. So they're doing a lot of confusion spells, trickster spirits. So they could have a lot of stolen money from this feminine's work, and they are not wanting to give that back. Now we've got a sexually degrading ritual. So this ex has tried to perform a sexually degrading ritual. So this ex is trying to perform sexually degrading rituals, but again, this is past, future, or present. So this could resonate with your past, your future, current, your future situation or your current situation. This ex is working to get this money or has already took this money and doing a lot of black magic and getting illegal protection, working with trickster spirits and trying to sexually degrade his own children's mother. So obviously this masculine is a danger to be around children if he's doing black magic. He's getting around theft, fraud, robbery, and then we've got imprisonment. And then we've got official person in reverse and community. So basically there's the children's father and a community of people who are unofficial. They are unofficial. They was not the sole owner of this inheritance. They was not with this great fortune, but they've got the eyes on this great fortune and they want to keep that great fortune for themselves. But the unofficial, the high honour 444 in reverse and doing sexually degrading rituals. Wow, throat chakra, probably trying to do throat chakra blockages because they are on a mission to throw you off, again, confusion spells. They are carrying a lot of STDs, so sexually transmitted demons, and then doing spell work on top of that is not going to help them battle their own demons. They need to go to Jesus and they need to do some shadow work. They need to do a shadow work, them and a community of people. Then we've got a house. Then we've got message, toil and labour in reverse, and then poverty and gift in reverse. So they could have stolen some sort of mail, a cheque, some legal documentation, some paper documentation. So they've took some sort of paper documentation, they've took some sort of mail. Maybe some post should have been delivered surrounding this great fortune, and this community, a group of people, have worked behind the scenes to take hold of that mail. Maybe some sort of a check again with that great fortune. Yeah, they took that gift, poverty. So you could still be on a very low income, scrambling for scraps, scrimping and scraping, and in despair. We've got despair surrounding this sudden wealth, which is in reverse. Courthouse. So they's going, and they're going to a courthouse. Maybe they could be trying to get some sort of legal advice, but they've got illegal protection, despair. And then we've got change in reverse. They don't want to change what they're doing, their criminal acts. They don't want to change that journey. They want to change this person who they've stolen from, this feminine who they've stolen from. They want to change this feminine's life path and journey with trickster spirits, watching, so stalking, and trying to do some sort of sex tape, sex videos. So trying to send a masculine, or maybe trying to hack accounts to get some sort of sex tape, sex videos. Again, sexually degrading ritual, because they want to sexually degrade this feminine. This masculine, children's father, and a community of people are trying to sexually degrade this feminine, take her inheritance, her line of work, and create a lot of blockages. So they're working behind the scenes. We've got courthouse, occupation, adjudication in reverse, and community, because they want to avoid judgment. They don't want this court. They don't want this to go to court because they know they're guilty. High on it in reverse, and they know the high on it in reverse. And what they've done is very, very low vibrational. I mean, to do a sexually degrading ritual, that's very low vibrational. To do a lot of black magic, evil eye, confusion spells, that's very low vibrational. So we've got 700,000 to 800,000. So this community, a group of people, could have stole 700,000 to 800,000 pounds. They could have stole that, and they are literally messaging. We've got courtship. All right, they are messaging people. So the messaging are masculine to come and date this feminine. Then we've got coffin and privileged lady, because they want to put an ending to this feminine family room. So it could be linking to this feminine's family, who, with this message and courtship, they are trying to send someone to court or date this feminine, to end this feminine in family room. So make out like they are wanting to come to this feminine, to date this feminine, get inside of that home, and then put an ending to this feminine, because they want to put an ending to some sort of court case or legal proceedings, because they don't want to go down. They want to keep the money, whatever they've stolen for themselves. They want to keep that for themselves. Right, I'm going to light a candle. What I've made a load of candles. So I'm going to light grapefruit and lemon candles. These candles will soon be available from me, as I am in the process of making soaps, baths, spiritual spray, oils, specially blended candles, aromatherapy candles, which will help with that relaxation. Different ones for different things. So once I get that up and running, I will upload a link to that. So again, we've got main, male and child, an official person in reverse. And then courthouse. So unofficially, they could be trying to take control and take hold of child or children. Because if they've stole off this feminine, and they have been attacking this feminine, trying to do sexual degrading. They could be trying to take control of the children, because they will be jealous of the children's inheritance, and they want to keep that for themselves. So the children are actually in danger at this point. So I'm just going to rebuke the plans of the devil in the name of Jesus Christ. Because Jesus Christ is king, I'm going to have to go get a white candle. Because they're extremely, extremely, extremely dangerous. And what they're doing again is very toxic and very, very low vibrational. Extremely toxic and extremely low vibrational. So he's going to carve into a candle. Return to sender. Return to sender. So return to sender times 100,000. And then I was going to put protect the children. Protect the children. So adding that on to protect the children. So the children will be more protected, more safe, and reversing, revoking, rebuking any of this spell like done on me, anyone in my collective, and their children, their grandchildren. Revoking and rebuking all that of a low vibration. I will transmute back to light, and I'll give my mind, body, soul, spirit up to the Most High, and confess that Jesus Christ is King. So Jesus Christ is King. There's been a lot of spiritual attacks. There could be some trauma bonding going down, trauma bonding. But a candle for protection of the children. So unofficially, they are trying to put a lot of work behind the scenes. We've got pathway in reverse. They do not want it to come to light what they are doing. Okay, so they are thinking of ways to keep hold of what they have taken, what they have stolen, thinking of ways of taking or in the plans of trying to steal this money, this inheritance for themselves. Okay. They could be paying child or children some of this money. Okay, they could be paying child or children some of this money to work against feminine in a court proceeding, because they don't want to go to prison. So there could be a lot of blackmailing going down with child or children. Again, as they are watching this feminine, maybe stalking or following this feminine, they are being watched themselves. That illegal protection is now coming to an end. That illegal protection is now coming to an end. Yeah. That illegal protection is coming to an end. Group chat, okay. So we've got a group chat. They are in a group chat cult. They could have joined some sort of cult or trying to join a cult. Dark witch. Okay, we've got a good solicitor. We've got a good solicitor who could be trying to help bring justice. Dark witch who is in some sort of a cult. So they could have tried to join a cult in order to take control and hold of this inheritance. Okay. They are about to lose everything. They're about to lose everything. So maybe their bank accounts, if they're under investigation, their bank accounts will be going to nil or getting frozen. So these bank accounts are actually going to either hit nil or be frozen, and that money's going to come back to the rightful person. Okay. So we've got bananas, what's come out in the sticker card, bananas. So they've got absolutely bananas for someone else's generational wealth, someone else's inheritance. So we've got daughter. Okay, so there could be a daughter involved in this group chat. Daughter involved, 5'2". This daughter could be 5'2". Daughter involved. They're generating more karma. Miserable woman. So this dark witch is a miserable woman. Doppelganger, and they are trying to be some sort of a doppelganger. So they could have tried to appear at the courtroom or appear to be this feminine, doppelgang this feminine in order to claim this feminine's wealth. Daughter, there could be a daughter involved. Going back to this child, high on it in reverse and family room and unexpected income. So there could be grooming, manipulating, blackmailing a daughter to go up against their own mother who's got blue eyes. So this daughter could have blue eyes. Or you could have blue eyes. This feminine could have blue eyes. Someone in this connection's got blue eyes. Anonymous. So they're wanting to be anonymous. Okay. So they've got really devilish. They've got very toxic and low vibrational. Ex obsessed. So this ex is obsessed, and we've got all about the money. This ex is obsessed and all about taking his own children's mother's money inheritance. Going to a miserable woman in a cult who's a dark witch, who's miserable on the inside, and she is wanting everyone else, 1717, to be just as miserable as her. Christian. So they could be claiming to be Christian. Copycat doppelgangers come out again in a different deck. So we've got doppelganging coming out. Metal. So this masculine could be into heavy metal. He could be into heavy metal. Heavy metal. Took a deal. So they wanted to take some sort of deal, which is, well, they took some sort of deal, maybe made some sort of dodgy dealing with the devil in order to take control of this inheritance and take absolutely everything. Baphomet, they're very obsessed, very extremely toxic and extremely obsessed with this feminine and working against this feminine and even using daughter to work against their own mother as some form of weapon. So they're using this daughter, this child or children against their own mother as some sort of weapon, and they are paying this daughter to go against their own mother and using black magic on the children. Yeah, toxic, very toxic. So we've got on this sticker, there's like a hand with the thumb and the finger and a heart above it. So basically they just want to pinch that heart. They just want to squeeze that heart, but they need to nip it in the bud because what they've done is vile. Or what they're doing and planning to do is vile. So they're using the child or children to get at the mother and doing a lot of black magic on the children. Offshore account. They're trying to put some of this money, or thinking about putting some of this money, because again, this is past, future, or present, in an offshore account. Okay. Footmark, but they've left a trail of evidence. Footmark. Carbon like footprint, footmark, literally could be trying to track and trace your locations, your phone. So turning off that GPS because they could be hacking into your phone and trying to track your location trying to track your location so they can send someone to randomly bump into this feminine, again with this courtship, to make out like this masculine's really wanting to date this feminine, but this masculine is sent by the devil, by this obsessed ex, this karmic ex who's all about the money, claiming to be a Christian, yet they are doing a lot of extremely low vibrational things and a lot of black magic. Footprint. Right, so they're linking to a dodgy lawyer. So this is where the illegal protection's coming on in. They're linking to a dodgy lawyer who's giving them illegal protection. A dodgy lawyer who's giving them illegal protection, and they're paying money under the table to let this sick stuff go down, which is absolutely putrid. Playing mind games. They're playing a lot of mind games, a lot of mind manipulation, mental magic, mind control, domination, spells, submission magic, wanting to rush you into a commitment, right? And they've got draining your energy. So basically this masculine who they're trying to send towards this feminine has some sort of entity attachment onto him and is harbouring a lot of STDs, and they is wanting to rush you into a commitment with this masculine who is actually linking to this karmic ex and this group 2121 of people who are after stealing the money. Okay. Day shift. So maybe they could be trying to catch this feminine out and about during the day and make out like, oh, it's just a random thing, you know, we've randomly just bumped into this feminine, you know, and let this feminine know, oh, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, I think you're really pretty or something like that. He is sent by the devil. He is sent by the devil and this cult, this group, this team. So and then we've got harassment. So it's some sort of spiritual harassment, stalking, spiritual harassment and stalking. So, and then we've got false investigation. They are trying to put feminine under a false investigation and set this feminine up because they don't want to go to prison for what they've done. So they're doing a lot of trickery, trickster spirit, dealing with a trickster spirit, a lot of trickery. So if this is resonating with you and there's a random masculine who's telling you you're absolutely beautiful and he randomly just comes up to you, he is sent by the devil. So I rebuke the plans of the devil in the name of Jesus Christ, and I is going to pray for the children. I'm going to rebuke and revoke any spell work, any of these soul ties, binding spells, soul contracts with Archangel Uriel's flaming sword of God. Okay, obey. So we've got obey. With this submission magic, this ex is wanting this feminine to obviously submit and bow down to him and obey him. So, obey him. A lot of stealing. There's a lot of stealing, always stealing to feed addictions. So they're addicted. Yeah. So they're trying to give this masculine who they are sending towards the feminine a list of things to do. And then if they complete these so-called tasks on this list, they will then be paid some sort of money. So they're using this money to start paying to do a lot of illegal activities. This is why they've got that illegal protection. This is why they've been asking or applying for illegal protection, because they know what they're doing is wrong. They know what they're doing is illegal, but they want that protection. Facebook hacker. So maybe they could be watching your Facebook account. They could be having this Facebook account watched. So be careful of any new friends on Facebook who claim to want to be your friend on Facebook. They are being sent by these karmics, by this karmic ex, and by this group, this family, to spy. So they can feed information and report this information back to them. Maybe with this Facebook and group chat, they could have a Facebook group chat, right? So we've got imprisonment and wealthy man in reverse. So they're going to prison. All right, for taking that gift. We've got gift in reverse. They are actually going to prison. And then this masculine who's been getting sent and paid to date and maybe follow and bump into this feminine, maybe they could be going to prison as well. Maybe they could be going to prison as well. And then if there's some sort of account hacking, we've got a hacker trying to hack that account to get any indecent images or get a masculine to have sex with this feminine and record this feminine, which is another form of sexually degrading. Maybe to try and upload and monetize off some sort of sex video for their group, their gang, their cult, their team, some sort of sex video, so they can maybe upload that to a website without this feminine knowing, without her say so they can monetize off that. And then what they want to do is label like this feminine as some sort of a hooker. Meanwhile, they are trying to set this feminine up and sending masculines to date and have sex with this feminine because they're getting paid. So basically, they're getting paid to date this feminine, yeah, to sleep with this feminine and get a video. So they're actually the prostitutes because they're accepting some sort of payment to sleep with somebody, go in and sleep with them, yeah, and get them on sex video. So they're actually the prostitute, or they're actually the prostitute. They're the ones who's actually the prostitute. We've got a Coca-Cola bottle and the lid's coming off. So basically they want you to pop off. They want you to pop off on them, yeah, so then they can have every excuse, yeah, hooker. They're trying to make out like this feminine is a hooker when they are sending masculines towards this feminine to date this feminine to get some sort of a sex video, and they are paying for it. So they're actually the one who is doing wrong because they're getting paid to sleep with somebody just so they can get some sort of dirt on this feminine. Wow. So we've got 666 and then Puma pounds. So basically what was wanting to do is be like the devil and pounds. Or maybe wanting you to pop on off. So you, yeah, and they're making out like this feminine's cock hungry. So they're trying to make out like this feminine is cock hungry and she's desperate, and they're paying again for some sort of theft, fraud, paying maybe to falsify some sort of legal documentation, and definitely paying someone to date this feminine or have sex with this feminine and do some video recording to make out like she's a prostitute, like she's a hooker and she's cock hungry, yet there's people getting sent towards her to do that. So they are our real friends. So they're fist pumping with each other. They're like, yeah, we're best of friends, all being just as toxic as each other. Fist pumping and accepting money to do it. They're the ones. It's not funny. I rebuke the plans of the devil in the name of Jesus Christ. Again, we've got to submit to them, bow down to them. God complex. Submission magic. They're doing a lot of submission magic. Submission magic. Wrong move. It's a wrong move. They're just calculating their next move, plotting and planning and scheming. Wrong move. So basically, if someone has been paid to come towards this feminine and they have slept with this feminine and then they are uploading these pictures to some sort of website, they are going to get taken down. Yeah. And then they are going to get sued. So on top of that, because it is some form of sexually degrading, and on top of that, they are actually being paid to sleep with this feminine, they are the ones who's actually going to get arrested. That's why they are paying for this illegal protection. Jenny, lovers in reverse, and community. So basically this ex-lover is journeying around the local community, starting shit, trying to pay people in the local community to do something, wanting to stop block justice. They're unofficial though. They're unofficial. Then we've got marriage in reverse, right? So basically they could be trying to pay someone in the local community to come towards this feminine, start confessing the love, make out like they love this feminine, and get her in some sort of a commitment, rush her into a commitment. But again, that masculine has been sent by the devil. So this community is in group chat and they're all plotting and planning together the next group. But again, while they are watching this feminine, they are being watched. So they are actually on track and trace. Their IP address is being watched. Yeah, every single text message, every single phone call, what this group, this cult, this coven, whatever they want to call themselves, this community, they're all under track and trace, and they're all going to prison. They're all going to prison for what they've done. They're working to try and do a setup, and that's all it's about, is working together, messaging each other, this wealthy man in reverse, thoughts, thinking, how are we going to keep hold of this money, poverty, and then unexpected income in reverse. How are we going to keep hold of this money? You know, how are we going to keep working against this feminine because they've got in on this theft? Again, they're going to be in absolute despair because their bank accounts are going to get frozen. Their offshore accounts, whatever they're linking to, these wire transfers and stuff like that, these accounts offshore, they're going to go under investigation. It's all getting dismantled under Archangel Michael. Change and privileged lady in reverse and journey. So they're really not wanting to see this feminine be a privileged lady. They're all working so hard behind the scenes to stop this feminine from being a privileged lady because they want this wealth and riches for themselves. So again, it's theft, it's fraud, it's robbery, it's doppelganging. It could be some sort of stolen legal documentation, stolen identity to open up account and maybe pose to be this feminine to claim this inheritance, and then using child or children to do their dirty work and to corrupt the children at a young age, which is well, it's absolutely heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking on how they are trying to corrupt the children, because children are involved at a young age just because these parents, these so-called adults, are money, power hungry and greedy. So they are teaching their children that it's totally okay to steal, and it's not. So they're teaching their children that it's totally okay to steal, it's totally okay to lie, it's totally okay to try and do some sort of like, you know, taking someone's indecent images, it's totally okay. So they've literally corrupted the children from a young age, deliberately. From a young age. We've got house in reverse, a message and gift. So they could have took this gift of money to buy a home, and if they have, maybe they wanted to keep hold of the money because they wanted to pay their rent at a local rent office. Yeah, so their houses is going to be taken off them. I mean, if they're all going to prison, them houses are going to be taken off them as well. So they're going to try to use someone at a local housing office, a local rent office, and pay their money under the table, and pay their money under the table as well. So they are under investigation and they are going to prison as well. So it just keeps extending, you know, it keeps extending. It keeps extending, but there is a good solicitor. There is a good solicitor and a good prosecutor on this case. And then I is going to put good cops. So there is some good cops who are gathering evidence. So they could be trying to use some sort of spell work, a black magic on these good cops, the good law officials and the good prosecutors. Okay, then we've got some sort of kidnap and grooming, which is where this blackmail comes on in. So they could be planning to kidnap the children in order to use the children as some sort of pawn, you know, as a weapon. And this masculine, this ex, this karmic ex, does not want this feminine to leave. He wants to control this feminine, be in control of this feminine. Again, have this feminine to submit to him because he's got some major control issues. This is probably why he's tried to join some sort of a cult or a coven, so he can try and control people in this cult or coven and try and control people in this community to work for him, because he is a psychopath, all right? He's a psychopath. He's trying to get people to work for him in the community. Hold on. That's the post. That's Mr. Postman. Got some new stickers. Caution, the boss is here today. Right, which is the top sticker. So that could be significant that it's just arrived at this time, these stickers. Caution. Caution. So it's be wary of your surroundings, because again there is this trickster spirit. Hold on. Caution. It is actually making me feel slightly anxious. It is actually making me feel slightly anxious doing this reading. Use it or lose it. So we've got a brain sticker. Use your brain. Use it. Use it or lose it. Listen to that intuition. Okay. Back to school. So again, children back to school are involved. Back to school sticker. Warning. Hipster could be a bit of a hippie. Hipster could be a bit of a hippie. Hipster. Okay. Fragile, handle with care. So there's a fragile sticker, handle with care. There's two like hands, and there's a heart what's literally got a rip in it. So basically that is what they're wanting. This is why he's starting to feel really anxious. They're wanting to cause post-traumatic stress, cause some sort of trauma. So there could be some sort of trauma bonding. No thinking aloud. So there's a brain with like a there's a brain what's being crossed out, not allowed, no thinking allowed. They don't want you to be able to think for yourself. They want you to just literally have your brain just be preoccupied with what's going down. Then basically we've got like a hashtag, an @ sign, a star sign, and like exclamation marks. So basically they wanting you to swear game over. Game over. So it's going to be game over. They want you to swear and pop off. Going back to that Coca-Cola bottle where the lid is getting like popped off. They want you to pop off on them, start swearing, call them all the names under the sun and stuff like that, so they can try and label you as the bad person and get you to act out of your lower self. So basically, no Wi-Fi zone. Yeah, IP address. They could be doing a lot of account hacking that IP address. To find out who this feminine is talking to, meeting up with, and what have you, because they do not want this feminine. M for mum. It's like a Superman sticker with the letter M. M for mum. So maybe this mum could be a bit of a superhero. Maybe this mum's a bit of a superhero, and they are wanting to tear this feminine strength down. Game over. They're very materialistic, very mundane, very trapped in the matrix. They could be game players. They could be contacting people online, doing a lot of online games and contacting each other online. Again, going back to this brain, use it or lose it. They do not want you to listen to your intuition. No thinking aloud. They don't want you to think. Maybe they're trying to make out like this feminine is dumb. They could be trying to dumb this feminine down and make out like this feminine is dumb, incompetent, has some sort of mental health disorder. So they are trying to bring mental health challenges. Trying to bring mental health challenges, a group of people who are already mentally unstable and they had their fair share of mental health challenges. It's a lot of mind games. A lot of mind games. I'm going to do a coffee. A lot of mind games. Again, if this reading is resonating and you get this reading and this reading is resonating with you and your ex is a psychopath and your ex is trying to take your children, take your inheritance, use your brain, maybe moving. As if this ex has your location, they know exactly where you live, and they will start sending some sort of friends, their friends, to date you, to romance you, to get some sort of information, so they can feed that information back to this ex, and again try and get you on some sort of sex video, so they can try and label this feminine as some sort of a whoas. Yeah. And then we've got beware of dancing people. So maybe you like to dance. Maybe you could like to dance around the house and be happy, because dancing is really good for you, to have a little dance and bust a few moves while you're around the house doing this cleaning, listening to your music, as that will raise your vibrations, and any of this negative energy what is like stored in your muscles, yeah, or your burns or inside of your body, that will help shift out that trapped energy, that trapped negative energy. So don't forget to sing and dance, because apparently the shamans, they learn to sing, they learn to dance in their times of darkness, and then dancing and stuff really helps them come through that darkness. So you could be going through a dark night of the soul, and singing is good for you, even if you can't sing, singing along to your favourite songs, as that can help you try and express and release some sort of emotions, especially if you are listening to a song what you resonate with. And again, dancing, so don't stop dancing, beware of dancing people, don't stop dancing. M for mum, don't stop dancing, alright? I'm getting that don't stop moving baby, you're the one that drives me crazy. Maybe that song, maybe listening to that song, because it's a good song to get you upbeat. Don't stop moving baby, you're the one that drives me crazy. Yeah. And then we've got on this sticker, what I've only just got, a masculine drinking a bottle, then he's crawling on the floor, so it's like a figure drinking a bottle, crawling on the floor and being sick. So basically maybe dancing and seeing you happy makes this masculine sick as a dog, and maybe they're wanting you to go for a drink, they're wanting you to go out for a drink with one of these masculines, so they can get you sick and have you in some uncompromising positions and have you at a weakness. So maybe if someone's asking you to go out for a drink and he's going through this, go. And again, they could be sending people who you don't know towards you, but they are linking to this ex. So do not go out for a drink. Perfect. They're going to start saying this, perfect, which is narcissistic, destroying your business, your success, successful in business. So they don't want you to be successful in business. So they want you to destroy your image, destroying, because that's what they want, toxic. So put on that war helmet, yeah, put on some sort of war helmet and dancing, singing, continue with your business adventure, whatever business that may be. And again, if this is resonating, maybe you are wanting to change your location and move house to get yourself, your child or your children, because it is something surrounding wanting to find any way, any reason to remove the child or children as a form of control and trying to break your heart, because that is what they're doing. They're wanting to shock your heart, some sort of soul shock. Heartbreak is what they're wanting. Sadness, despair, as it's a form of trauma bonding, because this masculine is still wanting to control this feminine, again with this submission magic, submit and bow down to him. So keep smiling, keep singing, keep dancing, get yourself, your child, your children to safety. If you feel that you are unsafe, then contact the local services for help and voice your concerns, because that is what these services are supposed to be there for, to help with these psychopaths who are stalking and following and stealing, or planning to steal some money, or planning to take the child or children because they want some sort of child tax, child benefits, and that's all it's about. And any of the inheritance, what's coming to the children, that is what it's all about. It's not about them loving or caring about the children in general. It's about using the child or children as a weapon to get at the mother. Yep. They're talking pure shit on your name again because they are threatened by your destiny. So I'm going to leave that there. Sending peace, love and light. And again, if you feel like moving home, you know, to get yourself to safety and have a fresh new start, then do that. Maybe you are being called to move.